And we are now beginning session 15, Misty Steps of the Sphere Power Campaign. About approaching midnight on your 12th day since being teleported to the Desert of Desolation, you have finally made your way into the Pyramid of Amun-Re in hopes of breaking his curse and restoring hopefully restoring vitality to the land. Inside the pyramid, you have climbed up a very narrow sluiceway successfully. A bit of a harrowing journey, and all the more impressive given that you recently lost your wizard and have no idea what has happened to him. But upon emerging from the darkened sluiceway, you found yourself in a well, or in a room with a well, being watched over by an ancient androsphinx. Deciding to engage him and take him up on his offer, you successfully managed to answer his riddle. And now are at the point where you may ask him a single question that he has agreed to answer. So, welcome to the game, folks. Glad to have you back. I'm really looking forward to today. Some interesting dynamics beginning to play out. So, without giving too much away, I'm definitely interested to see what happens from here.
Can we save our question for later? Is that something we're interested in?
I presume you're asking the group or
Correct.
the Androsphinx himself.
We're asking the group, I would hope.
Yeah, I'm asking the group.
You do know it could be really funny, right? And just basically say that by us asking that question could be the one question that we use up.
I could just say, or we could just let him know we'll save our question for later and see what's outside the room.
Didn't the Sphinx... No, never mind. I would be fine with that. We don't necessarily have a question. The only question I can think of that would be appropriate would be, how do we get out of here?
My question would be, my question would be, can Amun-Re be trusted?
Right, yeah.
The problem with asking, how do we get out of here, is I'm afraid that he's going to answer, well, there's the door.
Well, sure, but I don't want to come back in here later and have him be like, well, I'm hungry.
Well, and I don't take the being as being I don't trust him being shady and manipulate the question. I mean, there's always that, evil genie aspect where it changes.
I think he's going to answer honestly to the best of his abilities, but at the same time, if you ask him, how do we get out of here, that's a little vague.
Yeah, he could be kind of cheeky and be like, well, no shit, guys, you literally just came through the exit. You crawled up the tunnel that I pooped down. What's the problem?
Just a reminder, that was very clean water.
That's true.
It was not a sewage pipe.
It's a Sphinx, though. It could be like unicorn poop.
Yeah, it could poop gold nuggets.
Oh my gosh! I presume everyone's seen Deadpool.
Yes.
No.
The ending credits with the unicorn.
Yeah. Oh, if that's true, Alex, that's definitely worth seeing. It's full of funny humor.
Okay.
It's good. That's why he wore the brown pants.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
So Alex is going to suggest that we make a decision about asking the question now or coming back later. But Alex also has no suggestions on what question to ask.
Then we save our question. We tell the Sphinx that we're going to go find our wizard, and we will reserve
with our
our
question.
one question for another time.
Now, just a reminder, guys, whatever you know about Redreth is entire player knowledge. As far as the characters are concerned, he disappeared in a blue
Fire.
flame. You
Right.
have no idea whether or not he's alive or dead.
We're hoping
Hope
that
is
he was
fine.
teleported to somewhere in here, but we
Hope
don't
is
know
fine,
for
but
sure.
that sounded a little confident, like we just got to find him and we'll be back.
It's a very good call out.
Yep. Yep.
All right, so let's do that. We intend, I'm just going to say it directly instead of in a question. We intend to save our question.
As you wish, fleshlings. I have nothing but time.
Yes, let's go.
Feel free to tell your feline affinity companion that I already know he's there. It's safe for him to come on out.
Nice. And the spider comes out and says, meow.
Not to have to do this. Sorry, guys, a few minutes in the session. What's the host address for the game? I've been waiting for everything to reload back onto my computer.
Dashing Turtle Crazy Rogue. Is that what it is?
I believe
That
so.
sounds right.
With all caps in the beginning?
No, no caps.
No caps. Okay.
No caps.
Yep, Dashing Turtle Crazy Rogue.
Yeah.
That might change over the next couple of weeks, depending on what I decide to do with my internet connection, but just a forewarning.
Very good.
Okay. Just want to let you know that if you change internet connections, that does not mean your alias has to change.
I will be changing the IP address over which it will be published on if I do.
Okay. I think I've connected.
For most people, I would
Connected.
presume it would be transparent, but because I actually publish my server on a dedicated IP address, I expect that it will.
Right.
But you might be right.
I would try it without changing the alias first, just to see. It makes things easier if you don't have to change the alias.
Okay, that's a good point. I'll see. I may have to ask one of you guys to test if and when I make the migration. But yeah, I'll definitely do that. All right,
I'm going to crack the door.
crack a door.
Crack a door.
Saying you're going to bang it with your hand until it splinters open, or you're going to gently open the door quietly and peer outside.
The latter.
Are you guys lighting torches?
There's already torches in the room, it looks like.
No, but to take with you.
I don't have much
Yes.
torches left.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Is there? Grab them
Well,
for me, would you?
As you crack the door, you realize that is going to be necessary. It's pretty dark on the other side.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we're going to have to torch up.
I don't know how many I have left.
I don't know.
Nice.
Wish I had some torches. I've got this thing, I can swing back my sensor back and forth if that helps. Some calming stink in it.
No, my thing says I got 5 torches.
We're good.
All right, I'm going to light a torch and then continue to crack the door.
All right. And who's lighting the torch, or whose torch are we lighting?
Haig.
Eggs, hip.
Okay, so you're using one of your own. You're cracking open the door. Beyond the door, you see what appears to be a 10-foot square section of clear corridor. Beyond it is an archway through which can be seen orange-brown mists and nothing within or through it.
Anybody protected against poison?
I have no idea. I can't even look at my sheet right now, so I believe I'm not.
Yeah, the Varric, I see it coming up and down, up and down.
Yeah, it's being really dumb right now, and I don't get it.
Is that your system
gonna-
or your ISP?
I have no idea. I turned everything on today and had to re-download crossover, and now I'm just trying to get back into Fantasy Grounds. I don't know what is going on.
Well, it does
weird.
sound a little suspicious, unfortunately. You either got hard drive corruption or malware.
That sucks.
All right, well, I can look up your character sheet and help you check that. Actions.
Ant, you got any spells that would put us in a protective bubble or would blow away some orange and red mist?
Unfortunately, I don't think I do. Let me just have a look. I got one spell slot left.
On Varric's side, without making the effort to be too creative, I don't see anything right off the bat that would obviously help in his spell list.
Yep.
I mean, how much do this area like get filled up with this stuff? Is it going right from floor to ceiling?
Yep.
How long is the corridor?
Map just revealed. Oh, Alex, how's your map display working?
So far, so good.
I'm beginning to wonder if it's the higher size or the larger map sizes that might be affecting you,
Possibly.
because these are definitely
Doesn't-
about half the size of the level maps that I've been presenting to you guys. So next time we do a large map, I'll let you know. We'll see how it behaves, or let me know if you wind up losing any images.
Yeah.
What do the smoke
You
actually
hear a
look
roar
like?
behind you. And then as you turn to look at the Andor Sphinx, he just smiles, looking at Miz.
Enough to scare us a little bit.
Yep.
I just my bunch of my
And he
eyes just
starts
look at him
stretching
and
himself and getting himself comfortable on his pedestal again. Or platform, I should say.
I'm gonna step outside cautiously.
Okay. You are in a 10 by 10 corridor with an archway directly ahead of you.
why Alex doing this? Is it okay if I knit a silk blanket for the lion?
Looks like everything is hiccuping as Varric is coming in and out.
Sorry, I'm
Oh, that's annoying.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not blaming you, but just letting everyone know that if they're getting hiccups, that's most likely the reason why.
No, this seems to be fairly smooth. Can I, when you're testing the smell of what you're cooking, can I try to use my hand to waft a small amount of the orange mist towards me and see if I can kind of touch my hand into it and then lightly smell it and perceive and do a perception check on or investigation, whatever.
All right. Well, as you approach and take a look at it, might as well share the obvious with you first. The mists are a swirling rust orange color, dry and warm. As you waft it towards you, they smell vaguely sulfurous.
Okay. Anything worth an investigation check? To see if I have a reaction to my skin or maybe to my sinuses.
Let's see. Yeah, go ahead and roll a. I really got to get my skill list down better. Yeah, do a survival check.
Survival. In or out?
In the tower. Other than reminding you of a bad batch of eggs that you had for breakfast, you really don't get any sense of impending doom.
I want to do something, but I got to finish chewing.
I'm wondering what's going to happen when we stick that torch in it.
That's exactly my thought, Yeah, can I try to waft a little bit towards my torch? Just a little bit.
Walk towards your torch.
Yeah, waft some of the mist towards my torch to see
I
if
get you. I get you. It doesn't seem to affect the flame, neither enhancing it nor dousing it.
Okay. I'm going to use my lightweight cape from outside that I was using during the traveling and wrap it around my face and step halfway into the mist.
Okay. Entering the mist seems to present no problem, except that it obscures everything. Even bright lights become a diffuse haze, and it's literally impossible to see your hand 6 inches in front of one's eyes.
Okay, I'm going to communicate that information. See, Varric, we're used to walking blind anyway. You want to go?
Yeah.
I'll run my right hand down the right wall. You run your left hand down the left wall, and we'll try to feel for perfections as we walk down the hallway.
Sure.
Ready to roll. I'm going to go at like a
Please
crawling pace.
Please show me how you're doing this on the map.
I
Oh, he
can't.
can't.
Oh, that's right. All right, so you want me to put him right next to you then, Dan?
Yeah,
Either-
yeah. Just go 3 squares of movement at a time, checking the walls for anything we can find or anything we can feel.
Before you guys get much further than that, are we still connected by ropes? I don't think so.
No, not anymore.
I
We
wasn't
weren't
thinking we
halfway up the sluiceway. We weren't tied to each other anymore.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if I'm gonna look back. You guys step through like so. I'm gonna look back at Mizram, shrug, and come here and grab one of your belts so I don't get too far separated. Because I'm presuming that it's obscured for my vision as well, since they couldn't see, Haig couldn't see even with the torch.
You're grabbing whose belt?
Probably Haig's. I've spent more time around him with the translations than I have around Varric, so.
Okay. And Ms. I'm just gonna hang out in the room
I
and watch him disappear into the mist, or are you gonna try?
no, I'm gonna move about here, shoot a sticky silk thread onto Kelly, and so when I go in, I can
That's
stay
right.
here
You're
as
still
being
in
anchor
spider
point.
form.
Yeah, so that way I'll let my thread keep running. So that way, and like hopefully that they'll use initiative and either tug it when they get to the other side, and then I'll tie it off to here. So we've got a thread to follow ourselves back out if we
Okay.
need it.
So technically, the next description is not something you would perceive, Mizram, but it does apply to the other three. So if you want to hum a short tune in your head or something, go ahead. Not that it's that imperative, but after a short time, the three of you feel slightly lightheaded. The sulfur smell seems to have disappeared. Your mind wanders. You have a difficult time counting paces as you walk, and you lose count frequently. All distance sense is gone with your sight, though your sense of touch seems strangely unimpaired.
That's not good.
After a short time, though you can't be exactly sure how long it is, the mist part to reveal a 10-foot square clear intersection of 4 archways, each filled with swirling rust-colored mists.
I don't like that at all. Any ideas, team? What are we? Sandstone, marble? What are the walls made
Sandstone,
of?
sandstone. And I would point out that Varric enters the room notably before the other two, or the 10-foot square area.
Interesting.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to mark the sides of the tunnel with
With
X's. With just a weapon. Sandstone should be able to scrape into sandstone pretty easy.
Okay.
This is true, but unless you're like an old man who lost his glasses, you're not going to really be able to see any marks that you put on there. You'll be able to feel them.
But
the mist is
Kale
sufficient.
only pulls out a piece of chalk.
Well,
Yeah,
there you
chalk
go.
won't do it. Definitely not.
Chalk won't do it. That won't work.
No, again, you're gonna you won't be able to feel the chalk, and you're gonna be like looking right up against the, you know, put your nose up to the wall before you'd be able to see any kind of marking.
No, I mean in the clear room
Oh, okay.
to mark which direction we came from.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's
Okay,
what I'm
so
thinking.
now,
yeah.
do you have any kind of chalk or marking substance?
I do.
Aha. All
I
right.
have chalk and I have ink.
I don't know. Ink is going to do you very good unless you're talking about splashing it on the wall or something.
Right, but I have
But
chalk.
chalk will work appropriately in here, floor or ceiling.
So,
and I should point,
yeah.
sorry, floor or wall, and I should point out the ceiling is 10 feet up. So you're basically in a 10-foot box in that entryway. Are you guys in the second one? Did you stay in the one with the four-way intersection? Or did you come on back and kind of let Ms. know that, okay, this is what we found?
No, I was visualizing stopping in the four-way.
Okay, so Ms.,
Yeah.
they're kind of taking their time over there, and your web is no longer being pulled, but you don't feel it getting loose either.
So my thought was, as I step into the room and see that there are 3 other identical archways, I'll turn around and pull out a piece of chalk and mark the wall that mark the archway that we came out of.
Question now, do we take our ropes, go actually through this wall again? And because I was trying to count and I couldn't keep up. I was losing my head. Should we try to go back through this tunnel using our rope, kind of pace off across the floor how long the tunnel is?
We could do that.
What say you, you big ugly doof?
Do it.
Hey, Alex, do you know if any of the token modules have just arrow tokens in them?
Not that I know of, but I haven't checked all of the token modules that exist.
Okay.
Certainly none of the ones I have them.
Okay. I figured if anyone would know where I could find one, you would.
All right, so I guess we're gonna. So why don't, Alex, why don't one of us hang out in the clearing, hold all the ropes, somebody pull on one end, and when you run out of rope, I'll whoever stays back ties another piece of rope on. So we can kind of stretch it across the hallway like a measuring tape. What do you think?
Works for me.
Do you want to stay or do you want to walk the hall?
I just kind of shrug like it doesn't matter.
I don't care either.
Lark's gonna grab the rope and just start walking to the other wall.
All right.
Okay.
Who's grabbing the rope?
Are you going back the way we came?
I'm going the opposite. Whichever way Haig is talking about going, that's the way I'm going.
Yeah, back towards
Okay.
Sphinx's
Okay.
chamber. So Keith, he's going to traipse. When he feels us hold onto the end of the one rope, we're going to tie the next rope on and start going and continue on. And we've got 160 foot total, something like that, 250s and a 60.
Yeah.
Okay, so Haig is going first, correct? Back down the tunnel that you came through?
Barrick is going. Kelly and Haig are staying back and tying the rope on and letting him walk back the tunnel.
Back towards Miz.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Just to let you know, Keith, if you didn't find an arrow, you could always use a capital A to point the way and just use the very top of the A to point which direction.
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Right. Or a V, yeah.
Or V, yeah, V will do.
Great suggestion, Ed. Thank you.
Man, that deserves some inspiration, I think. You know, I love the sweet and spicy chili Doritos, but after about 15 of them, my tongue starts to burn.
Well, by the time you get in the whole bag, you should be able to do one hell of a Daffy Duck impersonation.
Yes.
Okay, Matt, I'm going to say that you've got some kind of network issue going on.
Yeah, I don't know
Reset
if
his
it's
router.
fantasy ground. It's not my internet. My internet's working fine. It's this fucking computer and this stupid converter to use fantasy grounds.
Oh, the converter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's telling me to update fantasy grounds and clear my cache, and I literally did that.
Okay, but all right, so the converter is running on what, an Apple or a Windows box? Running on an Apple.
Google OS.
Huh?
It's running on Google. It's a Chromebook.
On a Chromebook. Ooh, all right.
The converter converts it to Windows.
You probably have something else on the Chromebook that is taking over the network adapter and preventing your converter from having full access.
Okay.
Or you've got a disk problem or other IO problem going on your host Chromebook, and because of timeouts, it's not getting a consistent connection to Fantasy Grounds through the converter. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I would suspect, on my IT experience, that you've got an issue with your Chromebook, and something either is timing out, hanging the system, or dominating the network card.
Yeah.
Because your up and down connections are quite obvious. I don't know if anyone else sees these messages. Actually, no, you don't see them. But
Nope, just the host does.
1, 2, 3. He's gone up and down 4 times just since I sent the last text.
Really?
Yep. And then between the timestamp and Alex's comment, he went up and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times.
Jesus.
Ouch.
And I hiccup each time he connects.
Yeah. I'm gonna quit trying for now. I'll fuck with it later.
So I hope it doesn't limit your play. Obviously, we still would like you here, but yeah, your connection definitely is going to need to be debugged. Liz, are you there? Did you come back yet?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, yeah, I just noticed that you took the headset off, so I wasn't sure if you were waiting for us to tell you that it was okay to come back on. All right.
Yeah.
All right, but we got you back. We're good. We're good. All right, so you guys are good. You present some interesting challenges for me at the moment. So let's see the first one.
I love it when he says that. Guys are good, he says.
Just to make sure. Okay, so Varric is the one going back, right?
Correct.
Yep.
All right, so you're over there. Meanwhile, the two of you, I'm just going to move you off map for a second. Well, the first thing that you do notice is that he does not consume the entire length of the first rope. Is that the 50-foot rope or the 60-foot rope?
50.
Okay, so he comes almost to the end. You're about ready to put something, to add the next length on, and then it stops. So next thing I need to do.
My tongue is on fire.
Oh, crap. Crap for me, not you guys. All right. Your rogue's perceptive sense has paid off once again. It strikes her as Varric is going back through the mist, maybe after about, let's see, how long is it? About 35 feet, or after he's pulled about 35 feet of the rope, you notice the rope starts pulling to the left. And this strikes you as unusual because when you came through the tunnel with them, you don't seem to recall making any turns.
So it's a gradual curve.
No. And you might be willing to believe that, but having rolled so perfectly on her perception, Kaylee noted that it didn't happen until 35 feet in. And then it just turned, it went to the left. Now, it doesn't go all the way to the left. It's not like it's going around the corner or anything, but there's definitely a point where all of a sudden, instead of pulling straight in, it now is moved over by about 10, 15 degrees.
Okay. Interesting.
So Kayla is the only one that picks up on this.
Does she verbalize it to the group?
No.
So meanwhile, Varric has popped back on through the mists, and Miz seems to emerge from there, appearing no worse for wear, but definitely 2 less people than he saw go through there in the first place. But he has a rope on him, which seems not taut, but not loose. I guess instead of a meow, you may do a series of clatters and clicks.
Yeah, I just I just stare at him with my eight eyes and just like lift up lift up 2 of my spider legs on the front and do like a little spider shrug guy. Like, where's the rest of you? It's spider form. And then me probably think to himself, he probably not even understanding anything I'm doing.
So since Kaylee is not saying anything about what she notices, Varric, it's pretty much up to you at the moment as to what you want to do. Anything you want to share with him, or are you going to signal back to the rest of your team, or are you going to do something else?
Yeah, I'll let him know
Question for you.
what's going on.
Question for you, Keith.
Uh-huh.
Did Spider Muse notice any kind of bend? Because he attached a thread to me.
That's a very good point. However, it would have, I will do a perception roll on him, but keep in mind he did not travel through the corridor in the first place, so it wouldn't seem unusual to him.
Right, but I'm just wondering if he noticed a complementary bend when we went past that point.
No, he did not.
Okay. Interesting.
No, that doesn't mean that it didn't happen, just that he didn't notice. it.
Right.
And of course, Varric has no idea because, as far as he's concerned, he's just been going straight back and forth.
So we gotta wait. I'm waiting to figure out what you and Miz are doing. Maddie. Varric. Brother. We've already figured out that so we can figure out by his end of the hall or his end of the walk how many feet the hall is.
Just about
correct?
just about 50. We were just about to attach the next rope when he stopped moving.
Just about 50.
Yeah, I'd say about 40 to 45 feet.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
It seems like the intersection we're at is a central point. Let's try to test all the other hallways.
Well, we gotta recall Varric and hope he brings Mizram.
Spider-Man.
But yeah, that sounds like a
Spider-Man.
good plan.
Right.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, 45 feet isn't very far. I can yell to him through the hallway, or not even yell to him. It's almost a raised voice.
But does he hear it? That mist is gonna muffle things. And the way it distorted perceptions, he might not hear you.
Well, I guess that's up to the boss man. I'm talking to Varric, saying this is a central point. Let's try the other hallways.
And Varric, you do hear him through the mist. Slightly muffled, but not so much so that you can't make it out.
All right, yeah, let's go.
Be right back. I gotta let the dog out.
Hang on, I've got a beep. I have to go take care of the beep.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I was just thinking of a drink and she's got to take care of something. So let's take a quick break. I know it's a little bit early, but let's meet back at 5 minutes too.
That works.
Hey, DK, catch you all in a bit.
Okay, I'm back.
Everybody go and take a drink break, Alex. So we'll be back in a bit.
Okay, that works.
Okay, I am back and ready when everyone else is.
Awesome.
I'm here.
I'm back.
I'm gonna leave the phone call, bro.
All right.
All right. All right, so we were last at the point where Varric heard his brother speaking through the mist. I did pull up a ready check vote, if everyone will just hit it, so I'm sure everyone's back.
Okay. Give
I
everyone
won't
a
have,
minute.
probably won't have Jim check it off, but everyone
I'm
else
back.
should see
I can't
4 or
check it.
5.
Oh,
All right, so what are we doing, team?
I
Matt,
think
how are you?
Varric. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to ask what Matt's going to do.
I think he and I are prepared to do the same thing through each of the 4
Mhm.
sections, starting from the where Kaeli and I are standing.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Which one are you going to do first then?
If we were to consider the well being north, let's try the east. Let's just go northeast, southwest, around the clockwise around the corridor.
Well, let's rephrase that. When you're coming through the corridor and into that 10-foot section, you want to continue straight ahead, left or right?
Okay, so if Varric is coming back through the original we want, let's do the left first.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask Kaeli to mark where she did the X's. Let's do them in order of what we went through and mark 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay. I think.
So the first tunnel we came to from the well will be hall 1,
Okay.
and then just go counterclockwise or clockwise from there as we do them, and say this is the first one we checked, the second one. You know what I mean?
Okay. Do you want me to mark distance or not?
Yeah, actually, that's a really good idea.
Okay.
Let's send you down, homie.
Yeah, I'll head down that hallway.
Just waiting for my system to unhiccup.
Right, I'm back.
There it is.
Do you want us to join us in the middle, Miz? Or you want to wait by the well?
Yeah, along you don't mind me constantly in by the phone go.
I'm good for whatever.
Awesome.
All right, and so Varric is the one that's leading in each case, right?
Well, he's just checking the length of the hallways right now and seeing what's at the other end.
Correct.
Gotcha.
He's-
Okay, so you turn left as you come through there.
Oh, Matt, before we get started, you're going to need your own torch in case it opens up at the other end.
hand you a piece of chalk so you can mark which exit you come out in case you come out into another room like this.
Okay.
Yes, I have more than one piece of chalk.
So I'm taking chalk and an extra torch.
Yes, sir.
Along with having the rope.
Yes.
My cat keeps walking in front of my keyboard and trying to keep him from hitting any delete keys.
He can hit the reveal map button if he likes.
Yeah, I'm sure that would help, wouldn't it?
Uh-oh. Is that on purpose?
Was what on purpose?
It's a new map.
The reveal map button.
I guess, yeah, there's part of there that shouldn't be revealed. But not that it tells you too much. Gotta remember that.
Yeah, got to make sure your maps are ID'd or not as appropriate, and that the non-ID
Exactly.
name is descriptive enough for you, but doesn't give anything away to us.
Yes, very, very true. Believe it or not, in this case, I'm not too worried, though. Yes, I know I disclosed some information, but it's not going to affect what's going on right now.
How much rope are we talking?
Oh,
Same?
that was about 10 feet.
Wow. You put your markings down, Maddie?
Yes.
Any actions you are interested in before we move on?
Outside of marking the hallway, no?
Yeah. Oh, you don't see that you see a door, do you?
That's
Right.
right. Yeah, he's still not connected. So yeah, you come through to another 10-foot clear intersection with a closed door on the far side. But otherwise, it looks identical to the area that you left Ms. in.
And you've got 40 more feet of rope.
Should I try and go through this door?
If you want to communicate that there's a door.
Yeah, I'll communicate that there's a door.
I don't know. You want to look? It's up to you.
Yeah, we should go the other way and check everything. Is there doors at the end of each hallway?
We don't know.
Kind of stuff. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
So I'll mark this hallway and then walk back the other way, straight across.
All right, so we're bringing you back to the intersection. And then you're going to just go straight across this time, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything already special about the doorways that we came from? Maybe I should have checked that. Maybe the door frames are already marked. When you go straight across, Maddie, would you check that?
Check what? Sorry, I missed that.
See if there's any markings already on the door frames that you notice.
Sure, yeah. I have a torch, right? So I can see it.
Yeah, maybe there's already clues or hints to where these lead or where they connect to.
Right. Yeah, so I'll take a look at the walls, see if there's any markings or anything.
All right, and there's Varric. The mist part to reveal another 10-foot square section of clear corridor. Mist fills the archway to the rear, and a heavy plank door bars the way ahead. On the door, in common speech is written, "Knock first."
All right, can I
Really?
walk back to the other side and see what the door says? Because I didn't do that.
How far does he go? How much rope does he use?
Good question. Good question.
45 feet.
Okay. So this triggers you to wonder what the other door said?
Correct.
So you head on back to the other door that's through the 10-foot distance. And there is nothing written on the door or anything distinguishing. As I said, this area appears identical to the one that Mizram was left in.
Okay.
Well, we've got one more to try.
Yep. Yeah, I'll head down that last corridor we haven't checked out yet.
Right, and so that's the one that would be to your left, correct?
Back straight across from the one he's at now.
Oh, I thought that's the one that you just...
Yeah, I already did that one. The one straight across from where I'm at.
Right, but the one straight across from where you're at, you went back to check the door to see if it had any other markings. The 10-foot hall.
Correct. You are 100% correct. So you
So
turn
he would be
right
going
to
straight.
the 10-foot section, confirm there's nothing in there, and now you're coming back out and going straight across, which would be left from where you originally entered. You all in agreement there?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wait. I thought he went. I thought the very first one that he went in
was to the left.
To the left of where we entered from.
No,
right. Then he went.
I
so
thought
he
it was
went
to the right. Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on, let me get this straight.
So thinking we should have labeled them for for better or worse, northeast, west, south, just for the. But I understand what you're saying. So from the well room down the hall to the left, and then he went straight across from the well room. Then he went back to the one that was originally to the left, and now he should be going straight across, which would be to the right of where we were originally.
Right.
Hey, everybody, just checking back in.
What's up, guy?
That we were going south.
How's it going?
Oh, we're getting directionally confused. I think that's
I can relate.
I don't
I
think
bet
it
you
really
can.
matters. I just want to make sure that my notes match my
Yes.
player notes match the map that the DM has. That's all I want to make sure.
Right. I think we're on the right page. We just have to verify we're on the same page.
Give me 1 second. I gotta let the dog in. Get my bearings straight. I hope.
The bearing straight. Haha, I see what he did there.
All right. So, yes, this is meant to be a little bit of keep you on your toes and remember how to map like the old days, but it doesn't help if I get confused here. So, came out
That's
of the
fine.
room. You were facing south at the time that you came out of the well. You came
Correct.
through there.
The intention from there was to go left.
Okay. My apologies. I wound up having you go right first
Okay.
because I was looking at it from the north angle and forgot to turn it around that you were facing south.
Gotcha. So
So you've gone right and you found that room that gave away too much information after 10 feet.
correct. Gotcha. So we're checking rooms counterclockwise, not clockwise.
Correct at this point.
Gotcha.
That's okay. I just updated my notes to
Yeah,
to
I
match
wanted to
what-
correct it to make sure the notes were consistent. Otherwise, it was going to completely screw up the rest of the map.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, everybody tracking then?
Okay, so at this point, you are turning left from your original entry point in what you believe is the east direction.
Correct.
Okay, and after 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet, let's see.
You guys hear my daughter singing outside the hallway door? It's very muffled. I doubt you do, but
No.
Yeah, I think I hear.
I want to. I love it. She sings when she's happy.
Just a second. That's what I want. Okay. Where's my pen? Oh, there you are. Okay. So. This
I
part
was
to
listening to
reveal.
you sing.
All right, ready?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
That's okay. The mist part to reveal a 10-foot by 30-foot section of clear corridor, with mist filling the archways at both ends. Archways lead out from the center of both side walls and are also filled with mists.
Oh,
On the
geez.
floor, in the center of the area, is a ring that appears to be made of fine silver.
Like a piece of jewelry?
Yeah, a ring.
Wait for everybody.
I can't say a thing. I don't see this.
No, that was an out of character comment.
Yeah, I'll relay whatever I'm seeing. I'll shout back that there's another corridor. More halls.
Great. So that's option. That's the last option. So vaguely the hall, that would be the last one. So the hall to his left would lead back up in the direction of the well, but not to the well necessarily. The hall to the right would lead. Geez, now that everything's on a computer, I would be the guy doing the cartography. So I would have my grid paper in front of me.
Cartography. It's just
Well, I would
harder
have-
to share it.
Right. I would have my grid map up and I would have everything kind of drawn out. Oh, darn. And now, so straight across would take him further, quote unquote, east. Right would take him in the same direction of the 45-foot hallway to the door that says knock first. And to the left would take.
I'm having a real hard time visualizing it.
I think I can visualize it.
I
Not
can't.
necessarily exact.
Sorry, I'm finding my graph paper.
Exactly. I say leave the ring. Leave the ring. Unless you have detect magic, right?
I do, yeah.
Run a detect magic first on the ring.
How many spell slots do we have available for it, though?
That's
I have
true.
2. I've got a few. I can pop it. I'm not worried about it. Hey, Varric made it this far without using any spells. Okay.
Gosh,
Up to when I took over. So yeah, I'll just cast detect magic. Burn a spell slot.
I'm sorry, what are you doing?
Casting detect magic.
On
I'm just gonna cast detect magic and take a look around, look at the ring.
Gotcha. And you're doing that as an action, not a ritual, correct?
Correct. Yep. Yeah, I can't ritual cast.
And yes, the ring glows.
Cool. Cool. Do I know what School of Magic?
No, you do not.
Cool. Cool.
Ooh.
Found the magic ring. Do I see any other glowing or anything as I look down the corridors and everything?
There seems to be a slight magical tinge coming off the mist, but that doesn't surprise you.
Right. Okay.
Given that you already know it confuses your sense of distance, there's obviously something funky about it.
So yeah, I'll walk back to everybody else and just let them know, and I'll let them know about the ring, but I'll drop it in my, you know what I mean, like my bag or something, so we can get ready to give it a gander.
Let me ask you a question. Did you put us on speaker and then your phone in your pocket?
No,
Because I hear a lot of.
that's
I
weird.
thought someone was eating munchies.
Yeah. Is it still doing it?
No,
Nope.
it stopped as soon as he said something.
What the fuck? I didn't do anything.
Weird.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll walk back to everybody else, put the ring in my pocket, say hopefully Redrith can identify this. Unless you guys just want me to roll the dice and attune to it real quick and see what happens. Hopefully it's not cursed.
Is it safe to assume that you put a marking
Yes, I did. Yeah, I marked any
the edge of the
like,
edge
I'll
of that
circle
hallway?
Yeah, I'll circle where I got the ring and everything else and mark the hallways. Yeah, for sure.
All right. So what marking are you putting there?
I wasn't really given any explanation how to mark it, so there's just X's to indicate that I was there.
Go back to the end of the hallway, and right at the end of the hallway on the outside, put a 4.
Okay. I'll put a 4 underneath my X.
Okay. The first door he looked at the end of the 10-foot misty corridor was just plain unadorned.
Correct.
Correct.
As was the door that you came through where you came up the well.
And then that one door just said, not this one first.
Knock
Said
first.
knock first.
Not first, yeah.
Not N-O-T. K-N-O-C-K.
Oh,
knock
knock.
first.
Correct. Yes.
Knock. Ah,
Knock
Okay.
first.
okay. Cool.
Yeah, that is in the game chat, so that should hopefully be clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to go first?
Oh,
Short room or long room?
let's go knock on that door. See if we need like a magic knock or just a, rat-a-tat-tat.
I'm down.
Okay. Now, however, so Varric is in the intersection.
Yeah.
You left the marker of the 4 there. Go ahead and
Yep.
put there just for the moment. And as you turn around and start to head back towards the mist, something significant happens.
Oh shit.
Oh,
And it's something you all notice. Because the pyramid itself suddenly shakes. I wouldn't say violently, but something obviously has happened within the pyramid. And all of you have little bits of sandstone and dust start trickling down upon you as you hear the sound of an explosion.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
can we tell which direction it's coming from or anything? Or
That might been the roll he just did. I don't know. Let's wait. Let's see. Was it a familiar explosion like somebody casting fireball?
I don't think we'd know that.
I'm just reaching out for options, brother.
I mean, unless Fireball has
Dan, you are right on the money.
Ooh,
You get inspiration for that one. But to point out also, Kaylee also recognizes the sound as, that sounds like something I've heard around Redruth before.
Yes.
It sounds incredibly close to Varric, and as a matter of fact, it seems to be just through the corridor that he just turned his back to.
So that is directly across from 4.
Correct.
If it sounds familiar and that's what it is,
and sounds
gonna-
close. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Kaeli and start going.
Keep in mind, only Haig and Kaylee recognize it as a fireball. The rest of, or as the sound of a fireball. The rest of
All
you
right.
are just like, what the hell just happened?
I'm gonna yell,
You heard
Miz,
a
let's
boom.
go!
You heard a boom. The pyramid feels like it, almost just came down on top of you. But Kaylee and Haig are the only ones that say, hey, that sounded like a fireball.
Yep. Quick glance. Miz, let's go! And then obviously Varric's gonna see us run past him and most likely join us.
Yes.
Well, Varric, since you are the closest to it, you actually get the opportunity for initial reaction, especially since you're already about a full round ahead of them in terms of movement distance.
So I heard the explosion. I don't know that it's a fireball, but I'm just gonna
That's
start
true.
heading
That's
that
true.
way.
Let me just double check. Yeah, you got the lowest perception on it, so you're the most off put by it and most likely to go, the temple's coming down on us.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't head that way. I'll just like stand under the archway, like earthquake style. Like, pretty sure I'm in the
Okay,
safest
so with
spot.
that
So
in
everybody else-
mind, your party comes running past, or two of your party comes running past you, Kaoli and your brother.
Mhm.
Ms. You do hear them call out to you.
I will obviously follow the silk thread that is still hopefully tied to Kaoli, and I will follow that silk thread lead.
Yeah, as you decide to do so, you feel it kind of jerk ahead of you, like, oh boy, they're after something. Or actually, in your case, you might think that they're running out.
All right.
Like they may have caused a collapse or something, and it's like time to get the hell out of Dodge.
I'm going to do what any creature would do. Look at the creature behind me, see if he's worried, and if he's not worried, then I'm going to be like, yeah, I might just take a stroll.
Actually, Ms., you're going to probably need to, in the fear of the moment, you would probably be hesitant between, okay, do I follow my party who has just called me towards the direction that I just heard the big boom come from? Or do I get the hell back out the way that I know I just came in?
Like I said, I'm going to look towards the thing behind me and see if that looks panicked, alarmed.
No, he's still just, well, he's noted it. He kind of looked up, but he's not, he doesn't look paranoid or fearful, but he's aware.
I just texted Jim. I said, we just heard and recognized a boom that we're pretty sure is a familiar fireball cast. He answered, I think it's hilarious that you guys are sitting around exploring and I'm the one making big boom. Anyway.
after all the complaints from Varric and Haig about not being in a fight, I'm the one.
That's awesome. Oh. Anyway,
right.
at the time of crossing this next intersection.
And it's been absolutely killing me to not say anything since a couple days ago.
Don't give away too much yet, Jim. They don't have everything, but yes, not that your character knows it yet. I don't mind sharing with you that Kaoli and Haig both recognize the sound. It's like, that sounds like a fireball.
Well, and you know what I was doing, Keith. So who knows if anybody will see anybody or not?
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Give it a moment or two.
Oh man,
First
this
thing
is
that
getting
happens
exciting.
is that we've got. Let's expose the maps properly here.
So, you and I, KLE, when we cross the hallway with Varric, I'm going to mention to you to say mark this side of the hallway because we're probably going to run through. We got to run straight through, right, Keith?
Well, when you come through there and see Varric standing there, you're going to kind of be looking at him as to which way did it come from.
Yeah, there we go.
Which way?
I mean, you know it came from this direction, but once you come into this area, you're going to be like, okay, well, I have no idea where it came from.
Right.
Yeah, I'll point the direction I heard it come from.
I will mark that. Archway quickly, and head in that direction.
With what? What are we going to mark it with? Question mark X. What do we want to mark it with?
Just an X.
Okay. Just so we know next time how to differentiate. No, we better do it with something different because the other ones have X's and numbers. Arrow. Okay. Towards the way we're running, or towards back to the other hallway.
Towards the way we're running.
Okay. We have to go on our way back. We have to go against the arrow. Okay. If we ever make it back this way.
So we're running.
Now, hold on a second. I gotta make sure I coordinate this all right.
And I know that I'm not going to know this in game, but for the sake of visual effects, as we're running, I'm humming the Lone Ranger theme in my head. As we're running.
I like it.
Or not even just, just running and going.
Which
Everybody's-
passage is it? The one directly across from where our tokens are?
I think so.
Yes, that is where you heard it come from.
Sorry, now I have to update my map.
Just happened. Someone just accidentally took a potion of giant growth and became the size of the map.
Oops, it's not supposed to do that.
No, it's not supposed to, but it did. Okay, so where's the right room? Okay, that one I don't need. That one I don't need. There we are. Okay. All right, so Varric basically points in this direction. Yeah, it came from over here. You two, I'm going to guess, are going to be closely behind him.
Yeah, we're heading in that way.
Are you jumping out in front of him, or are you waiting for him to go?
That depends
I'm
on
visualing
For you, then for Haig.
Well, I'm visualizing Kaeli and I running, and
Yeah.
since he's not being as perceptive, we probably run past him.
Haig, you're probably in front of me because I do pause to draw on the wall next to the archway.
Right, the quick arrow. Gotcha.
And then Varric's following behind, like, what?
Yeah.
And we're dragging Miz on his little spider butt down the hallway.
I think he's just following. I think he's just still attached to me by a silk thread.
Yeah.
Something awesome's happening.
So,
Oh,
Varric,
boy.
do you ask us why we're running towards the explosion?
Well, I figured when you guys got there and asked me which way the explosion came from, you were kind of like, "Oh, it sounded like a fireball."
Fireball, baby!
Okay, so you do guess that we think it might have been a fireball.
Yep.
Or at least that we think it might have been red.
Or I could just on the way by you just go, "Time to battle, baby." Yeah. Bring it.
You think?
Open.
So yeah, I'll just fall in line.
Or if we're going in the context of Goliath's speech, the battle calls, brother.
Yippee-ki-yay.
What's the Hulk Hogan phrase? What you gonna do when Hulkamania comes running over you? Whatever.
Runs wild on you.
Runs wild on you. There it is.
Ms., where are you at this point? Or I should probably ask, what is your pace? Ms., are you there?
Sorry, I had myself on mute and I've talked to myself for the last 3 minutes.
That's awesome. I wondered why he wasn't saying anything.
That seemed awfully quiet. Not even a meow.
Well, that as well as I was secretly trying to munch cheesecake in between you guys talking. But yeah, I'm following the silk thread. I know that I don't need to panic because obviously the big beast behind me don't look bothered. So I'm like, well, I'm not in danger. So take my time, follow the silk thread so it don't break. And so I'm following it along. So I'll let you put me in the room where they get to when you think it's appropriate time level.
Yeah, you're pretty much going to be over here. Guys aren't able to tell the distance because between that room and where you are now because of the
No,
rush to
that's
get
fair.
over there.
That's fair and understandable.
Say that again, Ant.
I was saying, yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, it's the last intersection before that area. Now, as the three of you approach the area, just before you come into the mist-free section, you hear the sounds of battle coming through there. And as you approach the door, guess what?
What?
Close.
Roll initiative?
Another explosion rocks the area, and you are confident it came from just out on the other side of that door because you see the door shake and a bunch of fire caress the border of the door frame.
Ooh.
I'm not waiting. I'm whipping the door open.
Yep. I'm not even slowing down. I'm just gonna stroll
Nope.
through the door.
Yep. We're going in. Battle time, baby.
Yep,
Mason,
I'm waiting for
Flair,
them, and
and
then I'm standing
Time for-
like so that I can like shoot through the doorway because yeah.
Time for the Goliaths to
It
prove their
seems-
worth.
It seems like the wizard is in trouble and we need to rescue him. But
Yes.
I don't get up close and personal if I can help it.
I'm already weapons drawn. I'm already weapons
Yep.
drawn, throwing the door open.
All right, so you throw the door open and you see a 30-foot square room on the other side. Let's see.
Mark the doorway, Alex.
right this second. All right, so hold
Right
on.
it say put arrow or something on it.
Keith, I added my damage back to my character.
Okay, good. All right, so when you enter the room, it actually takes you a minute, or not a minute, but you're not able to get through the door right away because A, it's a bit hot and the door has literally expanded to fill the frame. So you're kind of like, okay, it's not moving. Screw this, bust it down.
Yeah.
When you get through the door, you can see that the room has recently been ignited. You can smell charred flesh, and you see a body on the floor, which is now on the map. The body itself looks it's humanoid, but it's, first of all, it's burned, so you can't quite make it out, but it doesn't look like your average kind of humanoid. It seems to have very loose fitting skin. It's gray and mottled and somewhat slimy.
So it's not
In
recent.
addition to being badly burned.
Correct. The door to your left, oh, it's kind of like oozed as it burned. The door to your left is open. And you're
So
not
wait,
completely sure, but you think as you came through, you saw a figure disappear through that doorway.
So the skin is loosely on the bones. It's modeled as in like pocketed and slimy.
Modeled gray, like a dun colored with
Okay.
different tones of flesh.
I'm
Okay.
beelining it for the door. I saw the figure go through.
Well, I don't. Is there still
But
a
basically,
creature
it looks
in the
like
room?
basically it looks like burnt toad flesh.
Ooh. But it's recent.
Oh yeah, it's still smoking.
I'm gonna ask
And
Miz if he can try to
actually, as a matter of
stabilize.
fact, it's in its dying breath.
Okay. Can we stabilize? Can we try to stabilize it?
Why waste the stabilization on this thing? It's clearly been burned by the wizard.
It's only a heal check.
Nah, fuck this thing. I'm going to the door.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know if
I'm
it's.
gonna stomp on it before I leave.
Now that's a true Goliath reaction right there.
I don't know if.
Yes,
I don't know
indeed.
if it's. I don't know if it's friend or foe.
If you guys are telling me we just saw 2 fireballs come like burning at this door, I'm stomping on it and running to the other door because this thing's clearly been attacking the wizard, or he wouldn't have thrown a fireball.
I'm inclined to ignore it. It looks pretty much dead, and follow that fleeing figure because that fleeing figure might be our wizard.
Okay. Down. Let's do
It
it.
sounds like we didn't really get enough of a look at it, more like an impression of movement rather than an actual look.
Okay. Fuck the frogman. Let's rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My apologies,
Frogman's really
guys. Again, for the game, the open door is actually the one straight ahead of you, not the one to the left.
Okay. Did any of us? Did the glimpse?
So yeah, he saw a figure go through there and basically disappear into the mist on the other side.
Enough of a glance to wonder if it is our friend or not?
Enough of a glance to see that it looked neither like your friend nor the body on the floor. As a matter of fact, it looked like it was an elf.
Looked like it was an elf.
I'm just gonna yell Redrith. That's all I can think to do. Just see if he
Isn't our
responds.
friend an elf?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah, but it was
so
an elf that didn't look like Redrith.
do I
Right.
break this out into a breakout room, or do I just? I'm going to trust all you guys to keep player and character knowledge separate at this point, but I think for the
Sure.
most part, you kind of already know what's going on. So
Break me out. I like the surprise. Okay.
actually, I don't need to break you out, but I can just whisper to you. So
Okay.
make sure this works. Yep. Okay. You got that right, Jim?
Yes. Yep. I got it.
I think this is the most exciting thing that's happened to us this whole module.
And to be clear, I don't yell Redrith, I yell wizard.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well, I mean, that's how you think of him, right? He's the
Right.
wizard.
Yeah.
We're off to see the wizard. The wonderful Wizard of Id.
Okay. Got the message.
Okay.
And do I wait to react until my turn?
That brings up a really good point, but I don't want to bog it down too soon, quite honestly. So yeah, we've got a rather interesting situation here. And without giving too much away. All right, so Ms., you're in the room behind in the intersection before them when you hear the second explosion go off. And about the same time that explosion goes off, you feel the web go dead, as in it's not being pulled anymore.
I just basically, if a spider could roll all 8 eyes in Charming, it would.
I have no doubt.
I'm just like, oh. I mean, have I figured out what that explosion is?
At this point, yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check. Let's see if you've picked up on it yet. Certainly not because of anything.
Give me a
anyone
second.
is
There's
saying
so
now.
many maps here. My character sheet is buried under it all.
Yeah, I know. It's not going to get any better, unfortunately.
I was going to say, welcome to my world. The last 2 sessions.
So yes, actually, you do kind of recognize this. You're like, wait a minute, I think I've heard that sound before.
And then
the fireball is a pretty distinctive.
I give a little shudder because I remember the last time when he cast a fire spell, he burnt my cat behind. So I'm like, oh, always the goddamn wizard. I'm thinking to myself,
Post-traumatic stress.
yeah.
Right.
So basically, I transformed from a spider back into panther form due to that. The only way I feel safe and comfortable.
Note to self: never hire fire mage.
Do you know what? I'm thinking to myself, why did the guards lead me to this elf to go on this quest? And it's just nothing but trouble for me.
Your deity is testing you. All right. So you are following, though, I presume, or after rolling your 8 eyes and converting to panther?
Yeah, I will obviously try and follow them the best I can. Obviously, I'm going to have to take it a lot slower because obviously no more Fred.
Well, go ahead and do your shape shift. For the other 3 of you, I presume you're entering the room. Yes.
Oh yeah.
The only doors in this room that are open are the one we came through and the one opposite it.
Correct.
Okay.
Basically, if you can see beyond the door, it's open.
Okay.
On the map at the moment.
I'm gonna continue chasing after that figure.
Yep. Same.
All 3 of you are?
I'm trying to decide if my curiosity is gonna kill me or not. 11 to 20, I stay and check the body. Nope, I'm gonna follow.
I was gonna say I already smashed through the door.
Yeah, there's not much left of the door there at that point. So
I'm running, but I'm looking at the body going, I want to check that for stuff. But
After 2 fireballs, there's not much left of the room.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
you wouldn't think so anyway. All right, so
I can't remember which one's
let's see if I
one.
can get this set up based on current circumstances.
This is the one with the white background.
Needless to say, with you guys split up and trying to coordinate all this and remember who's facing which way and where everyone is and what direction everyone is supposed to be running, this has definitely been as much of a challenge for me too, but it's been fun. I do pity the DM that tries to run this without me around, though. I've tried to make it as easy as possible with markers and tables saying this is the one that you need to pull up if this is true and that's true, but oh boy, it definitely requires some thought. So, all right, let's see. First, I need to grab and Jim, you'll understand, but I'm basically giving the maps relative to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't do it. Okay.
Oh, I'm used to this orientation thing.
Now if I can just figure out where the heck you are at. which map that is.
Sorry, I missed that last section. What was that?
I'm trying to figure out which map you were on and get you over to it, but I'm having problems. I'm beginning to think Fantasy Grounds is getting confused too. I don't. What do you want me to do with this icon? Which map? Which map you want me to put it on?
Yeah, when I may not be on a map right now because when I double clicked on my token, it didn't bring a map up for me.
Yeah, I had to move you around somewhere, so and I can't remember where I moved you to. Oh, I think I know where. There you are. Yay. All right. So that kind of makes sense, actually. All right. So you will wind up being there. It keeps changing the scales on me, guys. I tell you, it's weird. You guys seem to have an endless supply of growth and reduction potions all of a sudden. Let's see.
I counted it out before, Keith. I'm not sure I made it quite that far.
You realize there's, well, not that they would know this, but there's only a 10-foot distance between the door. Sorry, a 30-foot distance between the doorway and where you are right now.
Right. But when
And keep in
I'm
mind,
not sure how much I can say.
Keep in mind,
but
part of what you're doing has been, or what you think we finished off with, has actually been preempted because they came in a little sooner than where we left off.
okay. Well, but I was, when I started my movement, I was right where Kale is now. The last round previously. So whatever that works out to, I've got 40 feet of movement.
But keep in mind, you didn't hear them yell until you had gotten past that point.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I figure I was bolting down this corridor at the point that I hear him.
You bolted through the mist where she is now.
Mm-hmm.
Came out the other side. Oh, are you seeing the other map? The map where you are right now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So you are seeing that. I haven't shared it with the rest of them yet, but I forgot that you would probably view it. So I keep in mind, I also have to make sure that there's room for everyone. So I'm trying to stage this out.
That's fine. So. I'll put myself there.
No. You need to let me put you down before you start messing with anything. That's the point.
I'm so excited, though.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
We're going to have so much to tell each other. Oh, what happened there?
I'm having a hard time picking up tokens. It's getting confused. No, I'm not trying to unmask. Drag, come on. No, come on.
Gremlins.
Yep. There we go. What is with the scales? Jeez.
Gremlins, I'm telling you.
It doesn't like me moving you guys from map to map, that's for sure.
I'm telling you, gremlins.
Oh yeah, they're definitely making their presence known today.
Well, about to say, well, you keep saying Gremlins, and I want to go watch Gremlins.
My philosophy is when in doubt, blame the gremlins.
Do you have the investigatory music on, Jim?
No, I don't know about investigatory music.
You know, like you play in the background of our other game.
Uh,
I miss
I
being
heard
able to do ambient music. I blame Alex for that. Her low bandwidth.
I saw a mention on Facebook of someone using Sirenscape, and apparently there's a client that each player can load on their own machine, and then or not, and then the DM plays from their side, and then everybody else has the client that they can play. So
Yeah.
there, now you can see why I ran.
Yeah.
All right. So as the three of you emerge from the mist, heading for us to the right, you see Redreth disappearing into the mist on the other end of the corridor with 4 elves between you and him. Redreth,
For
let's see. No, actually, Redreth, you would have stopped when you heard, right? I heard
Yep.
someone call out to you.
I would have stopped probably right. I would have probably been right at the edge of the mist or thereabouts. So yeah.
Okay. So you now have a group of elves between each of you. Obviously, Redreth is still alive. You can see across enough, but other matters are more pressing at the moment. Mizram, you are about a turn away, or sorry, a round away. You're still in the previous intersection, so let me get back to there. Where is that? Is that here?
I don't know how long the silk thread is, but it's probably still attached to me.
Yeah, well, he can produce. Oh, yeah, that's right. As soon as he turns to panther form, he's not going to be producing any more web.
Right.
So, Ms.
But it's still attached to me because it's not bothering me.
Yeah, understood.
Just to remind you, Keith, you did say it snapped. That why I went back into panther form, and that why I had to follow. Because you said silk thread snapped.
Snapped or dropped?
I would think dropped.
Yeah, because you're able to produce as much as they're able to move and move that fast, especially through the confusing corridor.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, I don't think it would have detached until you either told me it detached or you changed form and no longer could produce.
Oh no, sorry. I thought you said earlier that it basically because of what was going on, it snapped on her end. I must have misheard you.
It might have
I
snapped
apologize.
tight and gotten taut, but it didn't. It didn't break.
Okay. No, sorry. That's my bad misunderstanding on my part.
Kind of like a fish grabbing a fishing line, you know?
Yeah.
It was loose and then all of a sudden, zzz. All right, so you come into this room that you can smell burning flesh. You see the grayish body on the floor in there. You hear voices coming from the other open door to your to the right. And obviously you recognize voices of your own party, though you don't hear Redreth or anything yet. You still haven't quite made the connection, but you do have enough of a sense that your group needs you. So at this point, Ms., you can or can't roll, but you're going to be another round before you engage. But everyone else, including Redreth, please roll initiative. And then we're going to take a break before we actually start the combat.
I can't roll initiative right now.
Okay, you want to have someone roll for you, and I will give you that initiative.
Sure.
Did my initiative roll show up?
Yes. Redreth.
Yeah.
Oh no, just Redreth and Kayla, at least.
Okay,
Was that you, Jen, that asked?
cool. Yeah, Redreth, I asked.
Yeah, Dan said he had a phone call, so we'll be right back.
Okay, so we'll do yours and his initiative when we get back. Let's meet at quarter after.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay, we'll see you in 15. I'm going to pause recording.
Oh, that
That's
would
the
have been nice.
Yeah, but
That's
when
okay. I think.
but when I was
I think it was
staring
a good
down
use of the spell.
when I was staring down a room full of 5 guys, I
sure.
wasn't thinking about that. Okay, so I am going to
You get yours back in a short rest though, right?
yes.
Spell
Unless he
slot?
has.
Well, I can get back a certain number on a short rest.
Yeah.
I would
But
have to do
not
the
your
math to
highest
figure it
level.
out. Yeah, I have to do a long rest to. Yeah, I can't get the
To get your
highest one,
highest
but I could
level.
get some lower level ones. Okay, so I'm going to cast web on these guys,
Okay, make sure you target everyone.
which is a 20-foot cube.
So that should.
So basically, the entire near side of the. Here, let me draw it. It would be like this, basically.
Okay, that's
So-
what I was expecting.
Yep.
Gonna say you're not targeting your party, are you? Okay, good.
No. So I will cast that. We'll see if they save. Okay, one person failed.
Pretty resistant, huh?
Better than no people failing.
Yeah. So that one is restrained. And then I will untarget them, and I will, let's see, so that was my 2nd level spell slot. And basically every turn that they move in this, they're going to have to re-roll that save.
Mm-hmm.
Is that worth burning it? Yeah, oh, that's right. I casted one spell. I can only do let's see here. I can't guess that. Okay. I think that's other than saying, "Hey guys, thank goodness you're here." I will hold my turn, or I already took my action, so I will just end my turn there.
Okay. We'll skip over the camels who are still outside, hopefully. And we have number 1, who is the one who has failed. And what's the spell DC for that?
Mine is. No, where does it say that? Is it on my spell on my sheet?
He's trying to escape the restrained condition. That's going to be listed in the spell description because that's a fixed DC no matter who casts it.
It says must make a dex saving throw.
DC is going to be based on the wizard's level. And
okay, level 5.
what is that again? There's a formula for it. I think it's 8 plus your level, your attack modifier plus.
According to D&D Beyond, where I have my character sheet doubled up there, it says my save DC is 14.
That sounds like it probably is it. Let me double check what I think the
8
formula
plus
is.
proficiency plus spellcasting mod.
Okay, so
yeah, +3 modifier and +3 proficiencies. So yep,
14.
14.
Okay. Thank you. And there we go. That's really weird. I see the die roll on the screen that's doing this sharing before I see it on my DM screen. And it is able to escape. It's restrained. A creature on a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webs until it breaks. Our creature restrained by the. All right, so it is able to.
It had to use its action to make a strength check.
No, but the dexterity check, if it's restrained, it can do an action on the strength check. But if it makes the dexterity check, it still gets to do an action. At least that's my interpretation of what I read.
It says a creature restrained by the webs can use its action to make a strength check.
Right, but
Because
hold
the
on, go
spells
back
are-
to the beginning of that paragraph. Each creature that starts its turn in the webs or that enters them during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw.
That's what it failed when I cast the spell.
Right,
Oh,
but then it says that starts its turn in the webs. So each turn it starts the turn, it gets to make another dexterity saving throw. Then on a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webs or until it breaks free. And then in that same paragraph, a creature restrained by the webs can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. But that does bring up a good point. I should have done a dexterity saving throw, not a dexterity check. So I will re-roll that. And I did it again. Saving throw. There we go. Why is it? Oh, that's right. Actually, it has disadvantage on that, but still managed to avoid it. So it still does have full motion. So unfortunately, none of them are restrained at this point, but they are all coated in webs. So he's able to move forward. He's still in the web.
It's okay. I'll light him on fire next turn.
Let's see. I believe he should still have you. Yep, he has you targeted. And so he's going to attack.
If
And
he's not
again-
restrained, you may want to remove the restrained thing from his guy in the combat tracker.
Thank you.
Otherwise, it might affect the roll.
You're right. There it is. Okay. And so where is it? He's going to, like I said, he has this weird attack with the sword. He's not really attacking with the blade of the sword. It's more like he's trying to attack you with the hilt or the pommel. Are your defensive shield and stuff still up, Jim?
My AC is 18 right now.
Gotcha.
And on that hit, I will do shield, which will bump me up to 23.
And that saves you from that. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
And that's the last time I can do that.
Haig, you are now up.
All right. So my first action, I'm going to spread my hands out and give a burning hands to the three in front of me.
Okay.
Ooh, and the web is going to add an extra 2d4 fire damage.
Nice.
When next time their turn comes around?
It's control click, right? It's 20. Why can't I click that one? Is it unconscious? 16. There we go.
Yeah, there have been a lot of gremlins today. I don't know what's going on.
That's all right. I'm going to get this one. Wait, no. Oh, so this is a. Did it work? What did I do?
They all
cast it.
succeeded on their saves.
So they take half damage.
They take half damage, yeah. Man.
But where the heck did the thing for web go? Hold on. Spells. There is never enough screen space for this game.
Doesn't matter how many screens you have it stretched across. You
Yeah.
just can't have enough screen space.
So it
That's
sounds
true.
like you need a 3d6 and 2d4 and then half damage.
Well, the 2d4 only happens when their turn starts.
Starts in the fire.
Gotcha.
So, but that's fine. Okay. So, but did they all take damage from? Oh yeah, go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, let's see. How do you expand the? Is it a right click to make them more?
I think if you just roll the damage, it'll automatically.
Apply it to your targets.
Hold on. So which one do I got to drag here? Because it's a spell. I'm not used to this one.
Oh no, you click the 20-sided die to cast the spell. That's what you just did. Then
Yes.
click the one next to it, which will apply the damage.
A little
Which
blood
is-
drop.
Yeah.
I don't have a blood drop. I have a lightning bolt.
Yep, that's
Is that
it.
right?
Okay,
lightning
lightning
bolt.
bolt then.
Not bad. Little
Ooh,
7
they're-
damage.
Yeah, but if you look at it, one of them's looking pretty hurt.
Okay, if that's the case, let me look at. It's the one right in. It looks like number.
The one right in front of
16.
you.
So I'm going to take my move action to step up, and I'll do a basic swing.
Go for it. Just change your targets down to the one.
Yes, very good. Did it change? No, not that one. This one. Not that one. There we go. 16. Let's see here. I gotta move back up my page. Sweet.
Nice.
No, wrong one. This one. Still only heavy. All right. That's it for me.
Oh, he can't. He's got to be hanging on by a thread.
Gotta be.
All right. So, number 20, realizing that his companion is being attacked from his flank.
Takes 2d4 fire.
Yep.
Quick, real quick too. How come it doesn't? How come my order isn't showing in combat order?
It's a setting. The
Okay,
DM
gotcha.
can
He's
do.
got it set. He's got it set so that we can see the initiative order for friendlies, but not for non-friendlies.
Gotcha. Okay.
This way you don't know when someone's going to go.
He has
Gotcha.
to take. He takes the 2d4 fire, but then there's no longer any web where he is.
Yep.
It burns away.
Nice. I'm glad now I will try to remember that for next time.
So he turns around, screaming in pain as the web sears around his body, releasing or beckoning a guttural type scream that definitely does not sound like anything that should come from an elf. And indeed, it seems to be accompanied by the utterance of a word or pair of words that are not in any language that any of you recognize, but it definitely sounds like a lot more than just a yelp. And let's see. It's going to turn around and target the Goliath that is now attacking his friend. And he manages to slam into him. And you also notice that he seems to be using more of his body and the weight of the weapon than actually the edge of the weapon, which seems strange to you. Either he's not well trained with the weapon, which doesn't seem right because he seems to be moving very well and seems to be skilled and highly agile, but he seems to be avoiding using the blade of the weapon.
Gotcha. Where's my...
As a result, you're taking bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Damage 9.
21 hears his companion scream. Turns around.
Is his section of web also on fire?
Yep, and as he turns around, starts burning. And comes charging through to here. Right next to both Kaylee and Haig.
Right.
Targets Haig. Because he's the much more fearsome looking one at the moment. And also attacks him in the same manner. Ooh.
Woohoo!
And he fumbles, which is going to prevent him from getting his second attack.
Okay.
Cool.
I am using my reaction to back away from him. This does not provoke.
Okay, yep. Okay, at this point, Mizram, you have the option. You can either begin at the next round or you can enter the area now. But you won't get an action this round. Are you on mute still, Tony? Because we're not hearing you.
Thank you. Yeah, I was saying I'm going to stealth up to the area.
Okay.
But so if that need me to move a little bit slower to get there, then so be it. But
That makes perfect sense. So you'll appear there and at the beginning of the next round with your initiative roll.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, and actually I just realized something. So actually it's the third round of combat. The first two were all gyms. All right, so Mizram's going to stealth into the area.
Hence the boom and the boom.
Yep. So now 16 goes. He's going to take some fire damage. And guess what?
What happened?
He starts burning to death.
Yeah.
And as he starts burning away, you watch the elf form transform into the gray mottled body that you guys observed earlier. Quite disgusting, actually.
Look at that.
Did he take fire damage last turn?
This is his first web.
Oh, right,
catching on
right.
fire.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, because yeah, it would be gone if he already took damage from it.
So he was right on the brink of death after I swung on him.
Awesome.
Yeah. So as he falls to his death, can I give you the Buddy Christ look? You know, the point at you and the eye wink, because that was combo. That was the assist and the flame set on flame. We'll have to
All right,
remember
awesome.
that trick in the future.
So I know we haven't had too many combats, certainly not often enough. So I just want to remind a few things. So let's see. First of all, you will all have a chance to roll your own initiative if you want to, but it does it automatically so that it does all the NPCs for me. However, that being said, there are 2 of these here who have multi-attacks. And I don't believe in doing multi-attacks 1, 2, 3 right on top of each other. I believe that when a creature, this goes for players too, have multi-attacks, they really should go at the end of the round, not at the same point in the round. So 2 of them, one doesn't because it's dying, and the other one because it fumbled. Do not get their second attack for the 3rd round, but 2 of them do.
Okay.
So-
So I should remember this too, since I have extra attack as a feat.
Yes, I would definitely appreciate you doing so. And I have a
Okay.
tendency to forget this, but I do believe it's the fairest. True, when it affects you guys more as you get to higher levels, but it saves lower level characters a lot because they don't get pummeled twice without having a chance to do anything because of a
Okay.
bad initiative roll. It's like if you get hit, usually that tells you to wake the hell up and do something. Oh, what the hell? Okay, duck.
Can you approve my movements? And if you want to put me in a different square, then just follow the line of movement for my
That's fine.
reaction.
That's fine. He's down. But before I have you move, they do get their other attacks. So first of all,
Nope, they don't, because I used my reaction when he got
they're
there.
not attacking you. Don't worry.
Okay, but he moved up next to me and I moved away as
Oh, that's right. That's
turn
right.
mine.
That's right. That one. Correct.
Special
Sorry
feature.
about that. So
Yep.
either way, it doesn't matter for you because they're not doing their second attack on you. One is going on Hague and the other one is going on Redreth.
Yep, and now they can take their extra attacks.
All right. So 21 gets to do one more attack on Hague. Ooh.
Oh boy.
He gets a critical hit on Hague.
Ouch.
Head blow.
That could be a problem.
That's all right. I got tricks up my sleeve. Like
7
stones
damage.
during.
Meh.
Yeah, meh. If I get low, I can pull off a stone's endurance, so I should be all right. And a critical hit with a 7 damage doesn't really scare me anyway.
Yeah, where the total damage on that crit is a 7, that's just kind of like meh.
How do you do your crits too, Keith? I can't remember.
They're handled automatically through the custom tables I have. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Blow to the skull.
Oh,
Loss. Let's see. So in addition to standard critical hit, target loses an ear for slashing and eye piercing. So you're lucky they're not using the bladed part. Blow to the head permanently reduces intelligence by 4 and knocks target unconscious.
Whoa, permanently reduces?
yeah. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What?
Holy crap.
I am going to say that is definitely an excessive reduction. Hey,
Maybe until next long rest.
Yeah. The fact that it's permanent by 4 is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm going to reduce it to 2, but it is going to be a hit on you.
Okay.
You can find some way to counter it.
Well, if it's going to permanently reduce my intelligence by 2, that's, yeah, I will use my stone as endurance and take half of whatever it'll give me. If that'll be allowed.
If you can use what?
Stone's endurance to reduce all the results by half.
You can take damage, you can use your to roll a d12.
Oh wait, that's a D12, not by half in this. So roll a D12.
No,
Yeah,
but
and I don't think-
I do still think that should kind of apply here. I mean, because you're kind of made of rock, you're hard-headed.
I would love to
Yeah,
use
I'm
that.
going to say that unless you roll a 1 on the d12, it will reduce the damage, the intelligence damage to 1 point.
All right, let's see what we
If you
get
roll
here.
a 1 on the d12, it will be 2 points. Ooh.
That's
Too
close enough.
Okay, so you
Oh
only
my.
take 1 permanent point of damage to your intelligence, which could be countered in some way, potentially, but not through rest or time.
Man,
How do you increase intelligence?
Consider it
Book.
not so much an increase to intelligence as much as countering an effect, which in this case
so
is
like a greater
physical than magic.
restoration. Could
Some sort of a
maybe.
healing kind of something.
Exactly. So like a restoration spell, I'm not sure what the equivalent is in 5e, but I would consider that valid.
Greater
Either going to be
restoration.
lesser or greater.
Yeah.
Good question. I'll have to double. What level are they?
Looking it up.
I would say
Greater
that
Restoration is a level 5 spell. Lesser Restoration is a level 2 spell.
I was going to say it would have to be. I would think it would have to be at least a level 4 spell.
Okay, so Greater Restoration.
It'll have to be greater restoration to restore that. So yeah, he took a hit on Haig, and everyone kind of noticed it. You're like shaking it off. It's like, what the hell makes a Goliath shake off a head hit? Meanwhile, one is going to attempt to hit Redreth again. The heck? There we go. Okay, he manages to miss. So we now begin round 4, and Kaylee, you are up.
Hey, what about me? Vark.
Hmm?
I never went.
Oh yeah, Dan, you want to roll another
yeah,
init for
yeah.
him?
Oh, another init. All right, hold on. What was it? He was a +2.
Now, are you
No.
auto rolling for us at the beginning of every round?
Like I said, I have it set to auto roll for everyone, so the NPCs get taken care of. But I'm allowing you guys to re-roll
Okay,
so that you have a
Okay,
round. But I would prefer
not
that you
sure.
not make the choice.
I'm not sure that Varric got a turn in round 3.
In the first one, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did.
No, I haven't gone
I
yet.
didn't-
He didn't. He
I
didn't
don't
go.
think he took his turn.
Nope.
You're right.
Oh yeah, he was the last one to go on there, and we didn't do anything for him. Okay, so
6.
excellent point. Let's go ahead and let him do something, and hopefully,
Something amazing.
So which one just whacked?
the
Hey.
one further from him, not the one closest to him.
Mm,
The one closest to
wouldn't-
him is the one that fumbled.
okay, so I'll just run up right next to that guy underneath him.
Okay.
And
And go smacky smacky.
yep. 2 swings. If either of them hit, I'm gonna use my last 2nd level spell slot and pump 3d8 worth of divine smite into this sucker.
They're both looking he's looking pretty beat up. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
you
if you look at the lower right of their squares, if you can see it on the shared screen, there's a little dot on the lower right will show us
Okay.
their health level.
So
It'll
I'll
be
just
either
whack
green-
him twice if I need to.
All right. So let's see. Where's a character sheet? There it is.
With the flail,
Yep.
I believe.
If I can
Oh, I
find
forgot
it.
too. I don't think I missed, but I forget if I'm only wielding one weapon, I get a +2 to one of my rolls. Let me double check.
All right, so we're gonna
What's the
have
weapon
you
bond?
target this guy.
It's not weapon bond. What is it? Fighting style?
Yes, it should be a fighting style.
All right. Flail or Morningstar?
Which one has the higher damage? Because I think it's the flail. Go with flail.
Looks like they're both the same, actually. One's
Oh, okay.
bludgeoning, one's piercing, though.
I'll go with the bludgeoning.
You pummel me, I pummel you.
Yep. And yeah, I'll whack that guy right in front of me. Oh yeah.
Smack.
Yeah, I would say that's a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And you drop him.
Crunch.
Cool. So then I can move
Yes,
forward to
forward
that
to the
other
next
guy
one.
there.
But
Yep.
yes, after everyone else is gone.
Okay.
Right, this follow up.
That was his. That was
That
his
was the
round
end of the
3
turn.
turn.
Oh, that's right. That was the end of the last turn.
Yep.
Okay, I'm
So
not
he
gonna
still gets
I'm not
one
gonna
more
allow
attack
you to
in round 2.
override the head blow on
No, that's
on
fine.
Haig, though.
No.
If you do manage to down him, that's going to be his dying response.
Yep. No worries. That's fine. Yeah, I see that happen and then smash the first one and then rush that fucker.
All right, so now we change your target to damn it, Alex got to keep calling me out on what I keep missing. All right, new target selected. Another assault with the flail.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, fumbled.
Cool.
So that
And that's
negates
it.
that. That
Yeah,
would
I
have
don't-
been.
I don't have to
that
worry
would have been
about
the
that.
follow. That would have been the head blow anyway. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
no critical fumble though, but yeah, you completely miss him as he comes in to well, we can just say, hey, got a little too confident that Varric had it. He fumbled and
Yeah. Took a hit to
the,
the head.
the opponent, whatever the hell it is, got in an unexpected opportunity blow on him
Yeah.
and definitely has dazed you. So, and yeah, that's right. You're unconscious, but when your turn is up, you will get a save to see if you wake up. But,
Wow, greater restoration. That's a 5th level spell slot. I don't even get a 5th level spell until 9th level.
oh yeah, the idea is
Yep.
you have to find someone. Unless you happen to level in the pyramid.
Right.
All right. So finally, round 4. Kaylee, go for it.
Creature 20 needs to die. But not this time.
Ugh.
Apparently, in order to miss hitting Varric, my aim gets screwed up.
Well, you do have a
Well-
big dumb ugly in front of you. He's kind of hard to shoot around.
Yeah, I was going to say they are
Yeah.
pretty big obstacles. I would almost counter them built-in cover on the other side at this point. So that does seem appropriate. But meanwhile, number
Yes.
1 still has a clear shot at Redreth, and he senses the damage that he can do. So he's not taking any chances and tries to attack Redreth, but misses. At least on that attack. Number 20 now focuses attention on the other brother. And tries to do a slam attack on him, hoping for as much success.
Your targeting's wrong.
It was
Right.
a double roll.
No, he had advantage on that, but
He had advantage on
his-
creature
on his own.
21, which is what
Yep.
his targeting says.
Yeah.
my screen hiccuped and grabbed the wrong one. No, what the hell?
Oh, token stacking grabbed the wrong one.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Thank you. Let's get him out of the way then.
Try that again.
There we go. Except now I got to erase those one more time. Ta-da. All right.
That's
And
better.
he fumbled.
Wow.
So that was an interesting combination of fumble, critical hit, and fumble.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised they have a cheat sheet for a crit, but not for a crit fail.
So
You
do
can set them up separately.
a.
There's separate options.
I'm sorry, huh?
There's separate options, I think.
Which are?
Critical fumble tables and critical fail tables.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
And
So
you
hey-
always have the option to just ignore one.
Gotcha.
hey, go ahead and do a. I guess an intelligence save to see if you wake up.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
I would say that's a negative to start. Oh wait, I still had a +2 clicked. Yeah, that should only be a 7. Not 7.
No,
Does our paladin have his save aura?
Nope. Not yet.
Okay.
I have lay on hands, but I don't think that'll cure that condition.
no.
That's
Yeah,
just a
so
health
that
thing.
actually
Yeah.
would have been an 8, not a 9.
I think it's actually a 7.
No.
It should have been a
Actually,
4
you're
plus 3.
with just 1 point reduction, you don't lose any. You're still at +3, right?
Right, but I had the +2 clicked for when I was going to roll Maddie's in it. So it
Gotcha.
should be it should be 7, not a 9.
Gotcha. So yeah, unfortunately, that isn't enough either way to wake you up.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So
I do need to roll him another init though.
The system automatically rolls it.
Okay, there we go.
what the hell? Yeah, that's right. Hold on. Not that. That's what I was looking for. I'm remembering to keep those up more often. All right. Number 21, he's unconscious. Number 3 is still in the other room. Mizram, you now finally appear over here. Where were you at on this map?
Let me just remember to unmute myself.
Good call. I'm just trying to figure out what map you're on again so I can. There you are.
Yep. I'll let you put me which direction I'll come from, and then I'll. Yeah. Ooh.
Well, like I said, we've been having a lot of fun with the auto size shifting.
No.
That is a huge panther.
Yeah,
Well-
I want to come in at a giant size and then just go the wizard.
Okay, if you want to come in at this size, that's fine. I want to see you move. Come on. There we go. All right. No, that's just a house cat. There we go. Actually, I should probably bring it down one size. There we go. All right, so you can move from there.
Okay, let me just quickly.
There's only 2 up at this point. The one right in front of Varric and the one that's still taking on Redrith. And you could easily hop over Haig's unconscious body.
Okay, I will. As I hop over his body, I will basically attack identify creature number 20.
And I'm assuming that the burning hands pretty much burned away most of the webs in the hallway at this point.
Yeah, they're all gone at this point.
Okay, I'll
Because
delete
they
that
all were
square.
connected, even if they didn't catch the initial thing they would have traversed. Nice.
Let me just make sure.
So you're what, leaping over them and heading on over to them?
Yeah, I'm.
You're attacking the one by
Oh, number
Varric?
20, okay.
Yeah, because obviously if I try and rush past him, attack of opportunity, it makes sense just to bring him down. I think when I make a successful attack, he gonna make a strength save DC, so you don't get knocked to the ground prone.
Interesting. It's not letting me approve your move.
He succeeds, so I just got to do the damage now. And that should be that.
So,
Okay.
Ms., where are you actually? Are you in this square?
Let me just. I'll move just here so in not. Is that okay?
Yep, that works. Because you're still adjacent to him, you still have a clear path over there,
Okay.
so that's fine.
So yeah, unfortunately he made his save throw on his being knocked to the ground when I pounced on him. So I don't get to go for that extra bite attack.
Ah, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
But you still got him off his feet, right?
No,
No, he's not prone.
made the save.
Okay, well, at least you did some damage to him.
Yep.
Uh-oh, host connection lost. That's a bad sign.
Uh-oh. There's a
Mm.
bad sign.
Don't see it on this side. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, nothing on this side.
Oh,
I got Alex
Reconnected.
reconnected. Oh, you're running an older version.
yes,
I should be used to that.
it doesn't update properly.
Okay, Varric, you are up.
All right, and that guy in front of me is still standing.
Not by
Still
much,
standing.
but yes, he is.
Okay, I'm gonna whack him with my flail again.
I do believe you still have him targeted. 20. Yeah, 20. Another flail attack. Another successful hit. Doing
Good.
dropping him
Boom.
with 13 points of damage.
Cool.
Good.
And then I'll use my movement to move up next to that guy that's messing with Redrith.
5, 10, 15 right there. Or are you going to go behind him or next to him?
I'll go next to him.
Get some
And
flanking.
then
get
when I get
behind
my
him.
extra, well, I wanted to leave Mizram room and somebody else room too. So
Gotcha.
and then yeah, I'll hold for my extra attack.
And he seems quite surprised to see you. But yeah, you know, let's see. He actually gets a chance to make his extra attack as he sees you come in because your initiative was so low. And he was number 1.
Yes, he's creature 1.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to clear that, and he's going to now attack Varric. And he's going to use his second attack for the round. Another fumble. Jeez. Dice are not treating them well at all.
And then
All
can I
right.
bonus
just feel
action
terrible
Hunter's
about
Mark
that.
this guy?
I'm sorry, say that again?
I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark that guy.
The one that you're
So-
about to attack? Okay.
Yep.
Let's see.
The Goliaths are wicked intimidating, except for the one who swang out of fear and ended up getting a critical hit by accident.
And now you don't know if you can read so well.
There we go. Hunter's Mark.
And it should just let me do some extra damage when I hit him.
Mm-hmm. I'm just making sure it applies right.
Mhm.
All right. So I believe.
There's one complicated looking effect that should be target self that goes on the caster, and then another much less complicated effect, target targets, that goes on the target.
Gotcha.
Yep. Got the complicated one.
And then I do the other one too?
Yep.
Awesome.
Perfect.
No worries, Miz. You haven't missed much. All right. So now you're going to do your attack. Again, another flail assault, right? Matt?
Yes, another flail. Sorry.
Hits with an 8. Jeez.
And then I will pump that Divine Smite. Second level, so 3d8.
Bam!
Branding smite.
Yes. Sorry.
I think it's just the class feature, not the actual spell.
Yes. Yep. It's just the divine smite. The extra damage is 2d8 for first level spell slot plus 1d8 for each spell level higher than first. So I'm casting it at second level.
Hold on.
Yeah.
It's a class cantrip. Okay, so you can do it.
The class feature rather than a spell, but it does burn a spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to put that on before I did the damage, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just roll.
Or you can just.
I'll just roll 2d8 right now.
3d8. Because it's 2d8 at first level, and I'm going to burn my last second level spell slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that adds another 11 points of damage onto him. Where are you at? Yep, he's all the way up here. And yes, you drop him. And
Fuck
with
yeah.
that, all opponents are down.
Awesome. Oh, that's so good.
And one friendly.
Well, he's not dying, fortunately, but yeah, he's definitely out of it at the moment, unfortunately.
I'll go lay on hands and get him up at least.
Yeah, and that'll allow.
I don't think lay on hands is gonna work. I'm gonna come over and try and actually like shake him awake.
So intelligence save with an assist.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, what happened if I heal him with all the Summer Court healing ability? Because the Summer Court, like I get my powers from powerful fey creatures. Would I be able to, I don't know, make a bargain with them in my dream to bring them back?
Potentially, but at this point, none of you
Not at
are
the moment.
aware of just how extensive the damage is.
Okay.
And so you wouldn't do that as an initial healing spell. But yeah, Kaylee is correct that, yeah, hey, wake up. You took a hell of a hit.
Yeah,
So-
he's not. He's not bleeding out, so something else is going on. So my first thought is to shake him awake.
Mm-hmm.
And I seem to be having a hard time getting awake because I don't know if that wakes me up either.
Yeah, with her slapping you around, you probably would have had a +2 to the roll anyway. So I'm going to say in this case that you are. But yeah, you're really, really dazed. You're like, what the hell just hit me?
Yeah, that roll was with advantage. So still.
Good thing you had the advantage, though.
Yeah.
Because that 3 would have definitely kept you down for a little while longer.
So I'm still waking. The left
he
side of my
gets up-
face is drooping.
Before he gets up, can I give him a big cat lick to the face to heal him?
Unless one of the others are going to stop you, I see no reason why not.
I'll let it happen.
My intelligence is so low, I start licking back.
And by the way, in case I wasn't clear, each one of them reverted into that ugly gray form as each one of them dies. So between the 5 of them, it's actually a pretty nice little experience boost.
Wow. Nice.
Nice.
And just to let you know, you get 3 temporary hit points. So just put 3 temporary hit points in your hit point slot.
Well, thank you.
Those go away after a short rest or a long rest, though.
Should be long rest, but let me double check that for you. Yes, long rest. Unless you deem otherwise, which I have no problem with.
No, that's fine.
Just be aware that Fantasy Grounds might be programmed to zero out temporary hit points on a short rest. I don't know.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it then.
So
Yeah, that sounds like one of those exception rules overrides the general rule.
yeah.
All right. I hate to say this, guys. I would like to continue straight through until noon, but I do need a restroom break and a refill on my drinks. So let's take a 10-minute break, and you guys can think about where you want to go. Or actually, while I'm gone, you can have your reunion with Redrith.
Before we do that, if we take a break now, I'm fading fast. So if we take a break now, I might not be awake by the time we get back.
Okay.
My wife is going nuts, and I want to start my floor. So if that's okay with the group, I am down for quitting here too.
Yeah, with these
Okay.
piles of broken mush of creatures.
Well, I'm going to suggest before we actually do take a break, and you don't need me here for this, is have your reunion with Redrith, because you both have some information to share with each other, and it's probably best you do it now while it's fresh.
Okay.
Okay.
Fresh.
Sure.
So I will step away. If you have any questions, I will be back within 5 minutes. But after you guys have, shared information, oh, so good to see you, glad you're not dead type stuff. We'll close it out for the morning.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
I'm still surprised you stepped into the fire.
Because remember, Jim hasn't been present for the past 2 sessions really, or he's been
Yeah,
doing other things, trying not to pay attention. So
I think it's 3 sessions.
He doesn't really know what's been going on.
Correct.
So what
So he
happened
says,
to you?
"Boy, are you a sight for sore eyes."
Where did that fire take you?
I have been wandering around. Well, I landed in this really strange room. Actually, it's the next room over, and I point the direction that I was heading.
Let me clarify just quickly. It's been about 2 hours since you guys have seen each other. Maybe.
Okay.
A little bit more.
That's very true.
Yeah, a little over 2 hours because I did 2 1-hour things. So, yep. And I say, and I have wandered around a fair bit, and in the campaign play, I pull out a piece of paper where I've been sketching, and I say I've made some notes. We have a lot to explore down here, and here I will just post this, and so that and this place is not all that it seems. Hallways turn different directions, and it's only been through taking papers out of my pack and laying them on the floor have I been able to keep track of where I am through this place. So we are in for a bit of adventure. What have you guys been up to?
Did you see the Sphinx?
The what?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he owes us a question or an
And
answer.
he's hungry. And he's hungry.
Yep, he wants to eat our souls.
I have not seen.
Say that.
I have not seen a Sphinx. However, I have found a really cool room where if you're wearing metal, I can stick you to the ceiling, and also there is a room I vaguely gesture over to the side. It doesn't really matter which side because these corridors all seem to twist around, where there's piles upon piles of dead. And I did not stay long there. I did not want to by myself figure out what was going on there. And there's also a sledge with some chests in it that we can adventure to. I opened the top one, and that I actually avoided a trap. And Kaoli, you'd be happy, me thinking your roguelike abilities, even though you're not.
Ranger.
You could.
Yeah.
She does present as a ranger, so that's how your characters would think of her.
Right. And I did avoid a trap there. There's a couple more chests we can explore. There's all kinds of fun stuff. There's more doors too.
Where did
But
these creatures come from?
I just had come up and I opened the door of that room where all of you just came from, and there were 5 creatures, and they were bent over some dead people, and I said hi, and they found out I was alone and started to attack, and that was the point where I fireballed them and did it again and pulled some hijinks and managed to get away. But I am really glad to see you, because things were not looking good until you guys arrived.
Yeah, the next time we have the bright idea to maybe see if something's a portal, maybe one of the Goliaths should step through first.
Yeah, or one of you could have just followed me too.
I kept saying it, and everybody kept turning me down.
You're gonna be dead.
So
You don't know.
I was the one that said, "Hey, you should step into the fire," and then he did, and he was gone. So I was like, "I want to go back and step through the fire. This sucks."
If you had been wrong, though, it would have been a really sorry way for the campaign to end.
Yeah, right.
Everybody steps through, everybody dies.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for playing. Fed the Sphinx.
So how did you get to the Sphinx? If you obviously didn't come through the fire, because I've been in and out of that room for over the last 2 hours.
Remember those water wells?
Or the waterway where we figured out the water's got to be going somewhere. We said, hey, the water's got to be coming from somewhere. So we went to where it was coming from.
Ah, excellent. Very good. Oh, and on the picture that I posted in the campaign play in Discord, the red lines are what I did last session. So, and that's the notes. Some of these corridors, as you go out, you actually loop around and come back to the same corridor through a different entrance. And some of them appear to visually turn. Your sense of direction tells you that you're going a different direction now. Like this corridor itself has turned since the last time I was in it. For me, it appeared to be a north-south corridor. For you guys, it's an east-west corridor. So it's been good times trying to keep track of that.
Yeah.
Really?
I point to the chalk marks the chalk mark that I just made on the archway that we came through.
And then I point to the almost right underneath of you is a piece of paper that is blown up against the side of the wall that has an arrow on it that was showing which direction I went. I didn't have chalk.
We should be able to put our notes together, though.
Yes.
Yeah, and get back to the Sphinx. I think one of the questions on the list of questions to narrow down should be, well, we know how to get out of here. We can just go back down the way we came, go for a water slide.
Yeah.
So we know how to get out of here. If we can get back there. If we can get back there, that's the key.
If we get back to the Sphinx,
we know how to get out.
To explore.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Do some exploring.
So are we gonna go back to where are we gonna take a short rest? Back this way to where that room is, where the first pile of
there's
goo
less
is?
dead gray things.
And we can kind of block the doors or whatever.
Yes, the place where I started out, where I landed after the fire, it has 4 open doorways, but it does not have any doors. So it's not a secure place unless I could put up the hut, which I cannot do until after I've taken a long rest.
We needed Miz to cast entangle for us to be able to get up that pipe. So Miz is all out of spell slots. So we need to rest.
Yep.
Bad.
I've burned. I only have 2 first level spell slots left, so I've burned most of my big things.
Just a reminder, characters have no concept of spell slots. You're just basically out of energy.
You just you feel you're whipped. Yeah, I'm pretty tuckered out.
Yeah. how I explained it last time was I'm so tired that I can't hold my elf form no more, and that's why I go into animal form.
You can't hold your elf form anymore.
Takes a lot of
What
mental energy to stay as an elf.
Yeah, let's brace the doors and take a rest. I could definitely use that.
I
Yep.
am down with that too.
Is it kind of cooler in here, or is it still like deserty?
We're underground. I think it would be cooler.
Yeah, I would hope. Because if it's still deserty, I'm taking all my clothes off.
Hey, check that out. I'm still the same size.
Wow.
Everybody else got shrunk. You got shrunk, tiny mouthwash. Sorry. Despicable Me reference.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. We got some cool exploring to do. We got some
We did not check bodies. Does anybody care? Or are we just all just so tired that we're like, yep.
yeah,
we're
they'll
good?
be there in the morning, I assume.
Um,
And we gotta take
I
shifts
don't
anyway. We can go
have
through 'em.
maps. The map that just popped up that we now all appear to be on, I am not seeing an image behind it.
Did you see it before? It's the room.
Yeah, I believe I did.
Yeah, so it's the room where Jim came. That we saw Jim leaving the door. We just went one room backward, where there's one body.
Yeah, I had seen that before, and I do not see it now.
Gotcha.
Just to let you know, you might want to rest in the main room with the water supply. Because don't forget, if I'm correct, that the same water supply that give you very special.
Oh, that's right.
Mm. Yeah, but then we got to
Redemption
make sure it's cool with the Sphinx that we sleep in his room.
But I'm feeling very cloudy, and my ability to cast spells may be affected by my mental cloudiness. So if we go back there, it may have an effect on my mental clarity.
True, and also don't forget we.
Never mind. I have some of that. I have some of that water in my.
Yeah, we got to
water
see if
pouch.
it still holds effect.
Yeah, me. I'm gonna drink some of that, Keith. Does that restorative properties in this water have any effect on my critical hit results?
The crack on your skull.
We don't even know if the water retains its properties when you put it in another container.
This is true too.
Mm-hmm.
No, I thought we drank from it and it still had some of the good stuff. Maybe not.
No, the last time it happened, it was just when we were climbing.
You are taking a drink of the water, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you definitely feel refreshed. It feels like it has a clarifying effect on you. Stat wise, it doesn't seem to have an effect, but
Okay.
you definitely feel better. And hold on a second. Where are they? There it is. Come on. Come on. It does heal you for 7 points.
Cool.
I think at this point, I'm the only one that's still hurt, right?
No, I had a couple of points.
How bad are you hurt?
7 points.
Oh, I'll dump my lay on hands on you. I got 5 points.
Well, is anyone else drinking water?
I'll hand you my flask, my water flask. I got some of that water in there.
Just to also give you a heads up as a reminder, we still got one question we can ask that creature, and if you really want your 1 point intelligence back, he might be able to direct us towards either cure or magical item that may cure that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh yeah,
If we decide that's the question we want to ask.
right.
Redrith, are you
Yeah.
drinking some water?
Yeah, if he hands me some water, I certainly
Yep.
will. I haven't had
Yep.
water in a couple hours.
Redrith could also take the chance of entering the room himself and seeing if he gets his own question. Ugh.
Yeah, but then he's in there by himself.
That's
Doesn't
true.
get any help with the riddle.
That's
Maybe
very
we should
true.
rest. Maybe we should rest here for the 2 weeks and then
Yeah, let's
figure
do a
out
save.
who goes in when.
Let's put a save state here, and if we mess up, we'll just reverse and come back to the save state and start again.
Right.
You modern gamers, you. Redrith does get back 3 hit points from the water.
Yeah, so I'll level you out with I've got 5 land hands points, so I'll just whatever's left after the water, I'll just max you out before we sleep, just so it's not a problem.
Cool.
I did just adjust my intelligence stat, Keith. If there's a way I could do them, no, I'll just remember that it's there. If we ever get
And then I
healed up,
hand
I'll
Yeah, I
Redrith
don't
remember.
think
that
we'll
ring that
forget.
I
That's
found.
kind of memorable for the player, you know?
Yeah.
Well,
Oy.
when in doubt, make a note in your notes tab.
Yeah,
You
that
got a
can't
little
hurt.
dyslexia now.
I can't remember how to write R's.
I guess
Yeah, just ours. That's awesome.
I'll just have every R I have to put a question mark.
While they're all doing that, I'm gonna go over to our scout and just look at her with big cat eyes and go meow.
Oh, yeah. Jim's not going to know that he changed. He's
That's
his
right.
character in game is still going to be real annoyed that Miz is a cat again.
Yes,
That's
lots
pretty
of just
funny.
shaking the head.
But yeah,
I love it.
yeah, I guess there is some secret information still in there.
Yeah, Kaylee had to go all this time not knowing he was a wizard. Now she knows he's a wizard, and Jim doesn't know that he ever turned out of cat form.
Well, it depends on if Redrith knows that he can't cast spells in his animal form, because he would have had to have been in human form to cast Entangle.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I don't
happened.
know that you cast it in Tangle. Do I?
Yeah, we told
Somebody
you that.
just
That's
said
how we got
that
it.
he
Fight.
did,
Okay.
and that's why he's tired and needs a rest.
Yeah, we needed to rest because everybody's out of spell slots, right?
And he
Everybody's
said it was too
exhausted.
hard to hold his elf form.
Yeah.
Well, don't
He
forget.
didn't say that.
No, I said that to you guys earlier when I turned into the spider, if you remember.
Right. So we'll tell Redrith that. He said that's what he said.
But I
Very good.
but he also seen me cast healing spells in cat form, so he knows that I can cast very limited magic
true.
in animal form.
Limited magic, right?
True.
Yeah. Yeah, you did just heal. Hey,
Oh my gosh. How fun.
glad I got to smash something. Hey,
Yeah,
did
but
you even do any damage on any of those bad guys?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the
You got
first
damage on 'em.
burning
That's
burning
right.
hands.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And then I came in and smashed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did the burning hands and then a swing with my sword.
Yep. Yep.
And like I said, there
Nice.
is something in there that says I get a +2. I can't remember if it's attack or damage rolls, which that guy might have been dead. The one guy who was in front of me, not the guy who gave me the wallet,
crit.
but yeah.
All right. Well, I've actually got to get ready to go. I got to head out at 3:00. So this works out great. So I think I'm going to bounce out of here, folks. Good
All right,
session.
brother.
Hope you all take
And-
care and have a wonderful 2 weeks till we next
Yeah,
meet
for
up.
sure. For sure. Take it easy, everybody.
All right, bro. See you
See ya.
guys.
Take it
Thanks.
easy, everybody. See ya.
Okay. Thanks for the hard work, like usual, Keith.
That ended with a little musical tribute, you know.
Yeah.
Glad you guys are all back together. We'll have a full session in 2 weeks.
That
I
sounds
noticed,
good.
I know it sounds a bit weird, but what happened? The reason why I'm always in animal form, like I said it like to hold, like if I get too tired, I turn into an animal. What happened if I saved like an elf that or someone that worshipped Maliki as a cat in the wild, and she just granted me the ability to become an elf?
Ooh, I kind of like that background, and there's no reason I don't think we couldn't roll that in. But let me think about it a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I'd put it out there.
No, I like that idea, and that definitely adds some depth to the character, and also suggests a nice tie into your deific relations.
And why I don't have very good people skills.
Yeah, that would explain it too. Absolutely. Right on, Ms. All right, ending recording and end of session.